everybody, I'm Delicia, and thanks so much for stopping by the Cigar Vixen channel for another unboxing of the latest Stogie Bird shipment. Always exciting to get the little birdie delivered right to my door. Again, newer packaging in the last couple videos that I've showed. This has been the latest and the greatest. I think this is a wonderful way to receive the shipments. As much as I loved the tubes, I think the flat boxes are a little more efficient, as well as this special vacuum sealing that they do in the pouches that it comes in to make sure that the cigars are not tossed around at all in the mail. As you probably know, sometimes the mail service can get a little, I don't want to say aggressive, but just a little rough with our mail. So it's nice to have things packaged properly. So it's great. And also for those of you who are international that are tuning in, Stogie Bird does ship internationally. As I just heard, they are now shipping to over 30 different countries, which is fantastic. You can also get free domestic shipping if you're here in the States. There are some very exciting cigars included in this month's shipment, as always, so we'll get into that momentarily. And again, if you're new to watching these unboxing videos, if you haven't heard yet of StogieBird.com, definitely worth a visit to their website. They have a fabulous selection of different offerings for their clubs. You can do a 2 for $20, 5 for $40, they have 8 for $60. And then one of my personal favorites, they have the Brand of the Month Club, which is great. You get to kind of look at a brand's, more or less, they're kind of like their entire lineup, or it's a pretty good amount of cigars that you're getting. Cigars that you wouldn't normally necessarily go in and pick out, all 8 cigars from one particular brand. So it's a nice way to kind of get familiar with either a new brand that you haven't heard of, or one that you've only had a couple of their cigars, and to really familiarize yourself with the entire lineup is a lot of fun. They also have the buddy system, always another favorite of mine, and that one is one that you can split with a friend. You get 8 cigars, 4 pairs rather, so 8 total, 4 pairs of those cigars. So you can take 4 for yourself, share the other 4 with your buddy, or you can keep all of them for yourself if you prefer. But there's just a lot of fun different options, as well as cool swag found on the website. You can always reorder any favorites of yours that may have come that month. And it's just a fabulous club run by some pretty amazing people, including Sam Lucia. He is the brainchild. This is his baby, but his whole entire team is awesome. So anyway, let's get into the first box here. So I am a proud member of the Stogie Bird 8, as well as the Brand of the Month. So I received both, and it's always super exciting. So again, you receive the nice little vacuum sealed pack, so your cigars are not getting thrown around in the mail. They're pretty secure in there. They don't come damaged. I mean, they're just ready to smoke, and they are in these fabulous Boveda approved bags. There's QR codes that are found on the back here that you can scan, that take you right to your account rather. You can find out all the information about your subscription and make any changes if you needed to. It's very easy to navigate. That's one of the things that I really appreciate about this website. It's super easy and user-friendly. It's not a challenge. It's a well thought out site, and again, very easy, lots of information, and so you can find your way around things pretty easily. And as always, we get these amazing stickers. I love the stickers. That's kind of like my favorite part. I mean, not really my favorite part, but pretty close. I love the stickers. So we'll start off with this beautiful cigar from Kristoff, who happens to also be our Brand of the Month. So spoiler alert, Kristoff is an awesome brand. It's been around for a long time. Cristania Maduro, made by Kristoff, coming out of the Dominican Republic, out of the Charles Fairmont factory. It's a 6x52 Toro, very flavorful Brazilian Arapiraca Maduro wrapper, Dominican Habano binder, and Dominican Habano on the filler. Medium strength, rated a 91 from Cigar Aficionado. Next up from Sereno Cigar, we have the Eleanor Rose. This one I heard is pretty hard to come by. I think they're sold out everywhere. So this is like one of those, you could put it in the category of a Stogie exclusive somewhat, just because it's, again, hard to find. Again, rumor has it these are sold out in other places, so definitely the spot to pick up your Eleanor Rose. So this is coming out of Nicaragua from the La Corona SA factory. It's a 5 3/4 by 54 Revolver is the name of this vitola. A Habano 2000 Rosado wrapper, Jalapa binder, filler from Esteli in Pennsylvania. Medium strength, and it has 7-year-old aged tobaccos. It's a newer release, and I like the simplicity but the elegance of the band. Very pretty. Next up we have the Henry Clay. This is the Warhawk. I've actually been out to their farm and seen like they have like this really cool Henry Clay tribute thing. Really, really fun to look at and kind of read through the information about it. So this one is coming out of Honduras. This is the Flor de Copan SA factory. It's a 6x50 Toro, Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper, Connecticut broadleaf on the binder, Honduran filler. A medium strength. This is a Cigar Aficionado number 10 cigar for 2020. So rated a 95 from Aficionado. So next up we have the Boss Man here. This is the Natural from Escobar Cigars, which is a cigar project, a cigar brand that's owned by Nas, the rapper. I did a review of this cigar maybe like 4 or 5 months back. Really nice smoke. Really enjoyed this one. There's a couple, I believe they have a Natural and a Maduro, I think. So right now we have the Natural and a double Corona, so beautiful Vitola. Absolutely love the double Corona. And just a really cool brand. Also fairly hard to come by. So this is another one that you may not be able to find this cigar easily in a local brick and mortar or even online. So it's another one that's kind of one of those hard to get cigars that you're finding here in Stogie Bird. So this one's coming out of Nicaragua at an undisclosed factory. Again, a beautiful double Corona. It's an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, Nicaraguan binder and filler. It's a medium to full body and strength on this one. And again, owned by Nas. So hopefully you guys follow music and you're very much aware of who Nas is. He rocks. I grew up listening to him, still do. He's a rock star. Okay, so this next cigar actually has this whole meaning and written thing behind who it is. So this is interesting because not too long ago, a friend of mine was actually telling me about Mansa Musa, and that's the name and the company here for this cigar. It's the gold cigar, Mansa Musa Gold, coming out of the Dominican Republic, out of the Santiago de los Caballeros factory. It's a 6x54 Toro box press, Cameroon wrapper, Connecticut binder, Dominican and Nicaraguan filler, medium to full on the strength. It is a new release, which makes it hard to come by. Again, another gem in the Stogie Bird collection here. So I'm actually going to read to you really quick who, if you're not familiar with Mansa Musa, as I mentioned, I was just having this conversation not too long ago with a good friend of mine that's a history buff. He also does a lot of traveling, and we were talking about Mansa Musa. So Mansa Musa was the wealthiest person in history. His wealth is estimated to have been 500 billion. He became famous for leading a caravan of 60,000 soldiers, servants, and heralds dressed in Persian silk from Mali to Mecca, Saudi Arabia in 1312 BCE. He rode on horseback and was heralded by an advance of 500 horsemen carrying gold-adorned staff. Emperor Musa was also accompanied by a procession of 100 camels, each carrying 300 pounds of gold. So immense was his wealth, generosity, and spending that the value of gold and economy depreciated in Egypt for 12 years. It is argued that during the reign of Mansa Musa, the Malayan navy crossed the Atlantic Ocean and landed in the Americas a century before Christopher Columbus, as evidenced by numerous Malayan figures, pipes, pottery, and statues with tattoos with distinct Mandi markings on their faces. Malayan Moorish tobacco cultivation strands and uses in the Americas, including modern-day Dominican Republic and Nicaragua, were uniquely West African. Scholars argue that the art of oral smoking in the Americas derived from the Malayan exporters and settlers. Our rich, smooth, and decadent cigars celebrate Malayan and Afro-Latin contributions to the global cigar culture. How cool is that? I didn't know all of that part about him apparently coming here a century before Christopher Columbus. However, I did know that he was the wealthiest person in history. So very cool. I mean, imagine rolling with him. That's pretty awesome. So I like that somebody did a cigar like tributing that. That's really cool, and how appropriate that it's called gold, you know, Mansa Musa gold. So definitely an exciting cigar to try out, and I like the history. I like that that's been included, because if not, a lot of people may have missed that, and I learned something new about him as well. So very exciting. All right, so next up we have the Kintsugi from Alec Bradley, coming out of Honduras, Fábrica de Tabacos Raíces Cubanas. And it's a 6x60 gordo, Honduran Habano wrapper, Honduran and Nicaraguan binder, Honduran and Nicaraguan filler, medium strength. Half will actually rated this one a 91, so must be good. Ooh, and then we have this little treat here. So here's something a little different. If you're not somebody who does like the infused or the flavored cigars, definitely one to try. This is part of the Deadwood collection. Leather Rose is the newest one. This one came out, I want to say last year, but I think it's actually been 2 years. Yeah, 2020. So a couple years ago this was released, but it's part of the different Deadwood sisters. They have 4 now, I believe. But Leather Rose was the latest one. Really good cigar, actually. So this one's coming out of Nicaragua from the Drew Estate factory. It's a 5x54 torpedo, Brazilian Maduro wrapper, Indonesian binder, Nicaraguan filler, medium strength. It's rated a 90 from Stogie Press. And last but not least, we have the silver label from La Palina, coming from Honduras, El Paraíso factory, 6.5x52 Toro, Honduran wrapper, Costa Rican binder, Costa Rican filler, Honduran and Nicaragua on the filler. So medium strength and rated a 90 from Cigar Aficionado. La Palina is great. They're a gem. Can't go wrong with them. So exciting. Lots of cool stuff going on this month. There always is. I say that every month because it's pretty much true every month. There's always something interesting, something new. I feel like Sam really puts his heart and soul into each month of this project that is like, it's so cool. You know, there's always something different. He's always thinking outside the box, and it's pretty awesome. So let's get into the brand of the month, which I already gave away. It is Kristoff. We have more fun stickers, and then also every order comes with this Whiff It Out. This is for your ashtray. So if you're somebody who leaves ash, doesn't necessarily dump it out every time, this is something that will help deodorize your ashtray. And then of course we have the lovely bag that not only is it vacuum sealed, I forgot to mention it's also heat sealed. So again, just kind of protects it from any kind of like friction or anything crazy going on during who knows what it travels through with the shipping. So again, every time you receive your cigars, they are well intact, ready to smoke, and just beautiful. Okay, so first up we have the Kristoff Cameroon. Every time I see anything that has Cameroon, I just instantly know it's gonna go so well with coffee, and particularly my coffee, Tassa's Hopping Goat, because it's an Ethiopian blend. But yeah, this is a Cameroon, and this is gonna be a great coffee cigar. So incredibly smooth, medium to full-bodied cigar with intriguing notes of nutmeg, spice, almond, cinnamon, and a sweet cedar finish. African Cameroon wrapper that's been aged for 7 years, Dominican Habano seed binder, Nicaraguan Habano seed filler, as well as, Nicaraguan Habano seed and Dominican Habano seed filler, medium to full body. And yet another coffee stick, just knowing by the blend here. This is the Kristoff Sumatra, medium bodied cigar with velvety floral notes, spice, cinnamon, and a smooth, sweet finish. Very traditional Cuban flavor will have you feeling like you've been transported back to old world Cuba. This is the 6.5x56 Matador is the name of this vitola. Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper, Brazilian binder, Dominican Habano seed, Nicaraguan Habano seed filler, and also about a medium strength. Next up, we have my favorite wrapper. So this is the San Andres, an extremely rich, medium full-bodied cigar with pronounced notes of spice, a hint of black pepper, sweet milk chocolate, and smooth coffee cream finish. 5.5x54 Robusto, Mexican San Andres wrapper, Ecuadorian Habano seed binder, triple Nicaraguan Habano seed filler, medium to full-bodied on this one. Then we have the Kristoff Maduro, palate notes of coffee bean, cocoa bean, a hint of spice, and sweet dark chocolate finish. This is the ideal medium-bodied cigar for the smoker who is looking for the rich, smooth flavor of a Maduro wrapper. 5x44 Corona. It's a Brazilian Maduro wrapper, Dominican Habano seed binder, Dominican Habano seed, and Nicaraguan Habano seed filler, medium strength. So I feel like all 4 of these cigars are just all screaming like coffee pairing. It's my own little tidbit there. All right, so next up we have a beautiful Churchill. This is a Habano, Kristoff Habano, truly unique blend delivering notes of sweet pecan, spice, tantalizing notes of white pepper, cedar, and a long, sweet, spicy finish. 7x50 Churchill, Brazilian Habano wrapper, Brazilian Sumatra binder, Dominican and Nicaraguan Habano filler, medium strength on this one. That sounds like a fabulous blend. Next up we have the Kristoff Kriyoyo. Has a beautiful little pigtail on the top. I like that. With a rich, oily wrapper, pigtail, and uncut foot, the Kristoff tastes as good as it looks. It offers notes of toasted almond, hints of spice, and sweet finish. Treat your palate to this incredibly smooth, medium-bodied cigar, 6.5x56 Matador. Honduran Criollo Habano seed wrapper, Dominican Habano seed binder, Dominican Habano seed, and Nicaraguan Habano seed filler, medium strength. Then we have this gorgeous Lancero right here. This is the Kristoff Ligero Criollo. Twice the amount of Ligero leaf in the filler than the original Kristoff. It embodies incredible notes of toasted nut, caramel, undertones of cedar, spice, and a sweet finish. Made with 100% Cuban seed tobacco, this cigar leaves a clean, fresh finish on your palate. 7.5x40 Lancero, Honduran Criollo Habano seed wrapper, Dominican Habano seed binder, Dominican Habano seed, and Honduran Habano seed filler. It says it's full-bodied. I would believe as a Ligero, yes, it would be. And last up, we have the Kristoff GC Signature Series. This cigar is loaded with rich notes of espresso, dried apricot chocolate, and a sweet, spicy finish. 6.25x52 Torpedo, Brazilian Maduro wrapper, Dominican binder, Dominican Habano seed, Honduran Habano seed, and Nicaraguan Habano seed filler. Full body on this one as well. What a beauty. Well, that is exciting. Some fantastic cigars, 16 to add to the humidor. That's always a treat. So I always hear good feedback from you guys. I think a lot of you are already Stogie Bird members, so I'm curious to see, if you've had any recent favorites that you've received, or if you're somebody who's brand new to Stogie Bird, have you received your new shipment yet? What were your thoughts? I always like to read through your feedback. Again, this is one of my favorite clubs. It's very consistent. It's super well thought out. You can tell it's a passion project. Every single month you see like the heart and soul of San Lucia packed into each box. So I love it. It's, great pricing. It's just a steal. I'm a huge fan. As always, I tell you this because that's why I do these unboxings every month. But I do appreciate you guys tuning in, and I can't wait to see you next time. Be sure to share your comments as mentioned below and tag us in any fun pictures that you may have on Instagram. Thanks again for tuning in. Cheers.